We've been left with a curious question. When exactly did Zhang Linghe fall for Tian Xiwei? It all started with a drama project that brought them together. On screen, they looked perfect. Deep gazes, lively dialogue, and emotions flowing so naturally. But what made viewers suspicious wasn't just their scenes, but how the camera seemed to capture something more, something that couldn't be scripted. Fans began to notice small details. The way Zhang Linghe looked at Tian Xiwei between scenes, the faint smile that appeared even after the director said cut, and the awkward moments that felt too genuine to be mere acting. Was this a coincidence? Or the beginning of something deeper? Behind the scenes, the story became even more intriguing. Behind-the-scenes footage showed a warm and comfortable interaction. There was none of the distance, none of the awkwardness typically seen between two actors working together for the first time. Instead, they seemed like two people who had known each other for a long time. In one viral moment, Tian Xiwei was seen laughing heartily at something Zhang Linghe said. It wasn't just any laugh, it was a spontaneous, genuine laugh that was hard to fake. And that's where fans began to feel this was different. But, like all stories that tread the line between reality and illusion, nothing is ever truly certain. The entertainment world is full of deliberately crafted chemistry designed to captivate viewers. But what set this couple apart was the consistency of those small moments. Even in interviews, the two displayed an intriguing dynamic. Their answers often complemented each other, as if they understood each other without needing to say much. And when asked about each other, there was a small pause, a smile that appeared before the answer was given. Was that a sign of nervousness, or a sign of true feelings being hidden? Speculation intensified as fans began to piece together the chronology. From the beginning of filming to promotions, their relationship seemed to develop gradually. There was no sudden surge. It all felt natural, like a relationship that had grown slowly. There was also a moment at a public event where Zhang Linghe reflexively helped Tian Xiwei without being asked. It was a small gesture, but one that carried meaning. It was things like this that convinced fans this wasn't just professional. However, we must also be honest. The entertainment industry often creates convincing illusions. Many on-screen couples seem real, but are ultimately just part of a promotional strategy. So, what makes this story different? The answer may lie in authenticity. There's no overt effort to appear close. None of their interactions feel contrived. Instead, their closeness feels simple, and perhaps that's what makes it so convincing. Some fans even believe the feelings may have started without them realizing it. Amidst the busy filming schedule, emotional scenes, and time spent together, the line between character and reality can blur. And that's where things get interesting. Did Zhang Linghe fall in love during filming? Or was all this just a reflection of their exceptional acting skills? Meanwhile, Tian Xiwei remains an unpredictable figure. Her bright smile and warm personality make it easy for anyone to feel comfortable around her. It's no wonder many wonder if she feels the same way. On social media, the discussion never stops. Every video, every photo, every interaction is analyzed in detail. Even the slightest movement can become the subject of speculation. However, beneath all that, there's one thing that's undeniable. They've succeeded in making people believe in something bigger than mere drama. And perhaps that's the crux of it all. Is this real love, or just a perfect illusion? The answer may never be fully revealed. But one thing is for sure, the story of Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei has succeeded in making us all wonder, how thin is the line between acting and reality, really? What made this story even harder to ignore was the reactions of those around them. Even the usually neutral production crew were seen smiling meaningfully several times as the two interacted. It was as if they were witnessing something more than just professional work, something that had grown naturally and unplanned. In one widely circulated clip, Zhang Linghe was seen watching Tian Xiwei even when the cameras were off. It wasn't the gaze of a character in a drama, but the gaze of someone who is truly present, genuinely caring. And that's precisely where fans felt they found the most compelling proof. Interestingly, there was no official statement confirming anything. No clarification, no denial. This silence only fueled the growing speculation, because sometimes silence can mean many things, including things deliberately kept private. Some fans tried to be realistic, reminding themselves that this closeness could simply be the result of solid teamwork and well-developed chemistry. But even they admitted that something felt different about this couple. Over time, public attention focused not only on the projects they starred in, but also on their every appearance together. Every event, every interview, every small interaction becomes a moment to be eagerly anticipated. It's as if the world is eager to see if that something will reveal itself. And amidst it all, Tian Xiwei maintains the same charm, cheerful, lighthearted, yet harboring an unfathomable depth. Meanwhile, Zhang Linghe displays a calmer, more controlled side, yet attentive to the smallest details. This contrast is what makes their dynamic feel so alive. Like two different pieces, yet they complement each other. And perhaps, without realizing it, that's what makes many want to believe this story is more than just an illusion. But ultimately, we must accept one reality. Not everything needs to be explained. Not every relationship needs to be made public. Sometimes, beauty lies in mysteries that are never fully solved. So, is this truly a hidden love story, or just a seemingly perfect coincidence? Perhaps the answer isn't as important as the journey we witness. Because as long as Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei continue to deliver moments that make us feel something, this story will live on, amidst the hopes, speculations, and imaginations of fans. And perhaps that's where the greatest strength of this story lies. Not in the certainty, but in the feelings it leaves behind. Every look, every smile, every small moment between Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei seems to build a narrative that's never actually spoken, but that can be felt. There's something fascinating about how humans try to read other people's emotions. We look for patterns, we connect the dots, and in this case, fans felt they'd seen enough to believe there was a story hidden behind the scenes. However, the deeper we delve, the clearer it becomes that a relationship like this can't be simplified. Theirs isn't just about feelings, but also about pressure, public expectations, and professional boundaries that must be maintained. Perhaps what we're seeing is two people who respect and are comfortable with each other, and that alone is enough to create incredible chemistry. Or perhaps there's something more, something they're keeping hidden from the outside world. Interestingly, neither Zhang Linghe nor Tian Xiwei has ever tried to exploit these rumors excessively. Nothing seems intentionally intended to generate attention. In fact, their relaxed demeanor makes everything feel more authentic. And perhaps that's why this story lives on. Because nothing is forced. Nothing is made too obvious. Everything flows, like a story that unfolds naturally without any need for control. Ultimately, whether this is love or just a beautiful coincidence may not be the most important thing. What truly matters is how Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei have managed to create something rare, a connection that feels real, even to those watching from a distance.